Hello everybody, welcome back to SheffPlays, and today we're doing a top 10. It's been about a week since we've done anything like this, so I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed the new intro. I'm pretty proud of it. So yeah, let's boogie. Number 10, Geoff Rowley. I know he's a real person, but when I first played the Tony Hawk games way back when, and replaying them now, he's just for some reason been my go-to. And I don't know, I think he looks dope. And when I'm not playing as like Roswell or my own character, he's usually my go-to. Number 9, Scalar. This is a character that sits deep with me because it's a game from my childhood, and I really enjoy it. If there's a way for me to record gameplay for the channel somehow, I would love to play through that game. That's a game that, like I said, I hold very close to my heart because it is one of my biggest childhood games. I have a lot of childhood memories playing that one. So yeah, it's a little bit of a cult following, but it's really fun. It's really different. So yeah, number 8, Doomslayer. A ton of people know who this guy is. A ton of people have played the Doom games or seen them or at least know of them. And the mascot of the games, Doomslayer, is just a hunkin' like, oh, super cool protagonist. Antagonist? No, protagonist. And he's just always equipped with like the coolest weapons, the coolest gear, and just like he's the bomb. I love him. Number 7, Dixie Kong. You guys, if you saw my Donkey Kong tier list, you know, like she's a straight up, like, she is awesome. And she definitely feels a little, what's the word? She feels the best to control in terms of the Donkey Kong Country games because of her little hair thing. I know they gave Diddy Kong the jetpack, but the hair is just a classic way at helicopters when like you carry yourself and glide around. It's super OP, especially in Donkey Kong 2. So yeah, number 6, Joel Miller, The Last of Us. I do have a picture of both in-game and TV show Joel, just because I love both of them equally. Like, Pedro absolutely killed it. I did have people I thought looked more like him, but like by the end of the show, man, ah, and like not just the show, but Joel as a character is phenomenal. Like, you see real character growth through him, and he does make mistakes, and he lives to kind of regret them. You know, if you played the second game, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything too much, but I'm sure everyone knows by now. Number 5, Booker DeWitt. Booker is one of my favorites, and he has the exact opposite attributes of the next one. Whereas, like, although he may freak out a little bit here and there, he is calm for 90% of it. That happens in Bioshock Infinite. He's pretty collected about it. Even though he doesn't truly understand what's going on, he manages to hold himself and do what he needs to do because it's his line of work, and he's just so cool. Also, he's Troy Baker. Number 4, Jason Brody. Me and Seth have had this talk so many times that Far Cry 3 is a peak game because Jason is one of the few characters in a video game where you can slowly feel them changing throughout the game the more you do. Like, he slowly succumbs to the insanity of the island. And you can really hear it from the beginning of the game where he's very frightened of everything. He's not very collected. He's very, like, nervous, to by the end of the game, he's just this, like, hulking, like, walking menace. And just not really afraid of anything. Just kind of going and kind of succumbs to the insanity of the island. Number 3, Samus Aran. Man, talk about a cool protagonist, you know? She's like Doomslayer, but instead of, straight up weapons, she has like space weapons, but she's still like cool. And the amount of Metroid games I've played, there's probably only one or two I haven't, and those are the DS ones. Um, but other than that, like, she's always cool. She's always got super dope looking armor, whether it's the Fusion set or the Prime set. Like, she looks dope all the time. And the amount of big monsters and space pirates that she fights, like, single-handedly, is always so cool. The Phazon suit from Prime, I gotta say, is probably my favorite. But, like, oh man, Samus is just dope. Like, I really want to get that, like, fake arm cannon that you can get. Like, I know it doesn't work, but it's so cool. Number 2, Kratos. Old and young. He's like Jason Brody, where he grew as a character, but at the same time, it took him years to do that. Granted, the jump between Ragnarok and 2018, or I said that backwards, 2018 and Ragnarok is a lot quicker than, well, we don't get to see the maturity and how long it took between Greek or God of War 3 and 2018. We can assume and make guesses, but I'm pretty sure there's no exact number. But both of them are just so cool. Like, and whereas new Kratos is very, like, respectable and responsible, old Kratos is just wreaking havoc and going in. And I love both of them for that. Number 1, Link. I feel like it's kind of crazy to have Link after such a titan as Kratos. But he just, I don't know. Something about him, I felt like I had to put him at number 1. When I made this list, I didn't know everyone that was going to be on it, obviously, but I did know Link was going to be in there somewhere. And I just wanted to put him at 1 because, like, he's just awesome, And he goes through and he does all these adventures. I know it's a whole timeline. There's a ton of links, technically. But we're not getting into that. We would be here for days. But just in silence, for the most part, minus yelling, he goes through and does what he needs to. He's told, like, hey, we're in danger. This is who's doing it. And he goes and stops him, no problem. I know you can say that for a ton of heroes, but I just like the way Link does it. I'm a bit of a bigger fan of Link than the rest of these. Like, I have the sword, well, Dark Link's sword. I have the ocarina. Like, oh man, I used to have a hoodie, a really cool hoodie. But yeah, that was it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. This turd was interrupting me for so much of this video, and she's kind of just made herself welcome. She is purring, by the way. Look at that menace. See ya!